Welcome to Kids Sea Camp St Lucia for our first couple of days diving here as we leave or arrive on the helicopter. Let's go, guys. Welcome to the final dives in St Lucia. As we said before, we're in St Lucia for 2 weeks with Kids Sea Camp running their final summer weeks in Anse Chastanet and Jade Mountain, diving with the awesome crew at Scuba St Lucia. And this is going to be an awesome dive, going round and exploring the stunning reefs of St Lucia. Now as we're moving along, I see a couple of the crew signalling down to me, "Down there, look down, there's a seahorse." And I drop down and there we have a long snout seahorse. But you just look around the reef and there's so much life, including, unfortunately, the invasive lionfish. Now, as we said before, they are hunted in St Lucia by the crew and the locals and are used quite a lot to feed the locals as well, which is actually really nice. So a lot of the crew, for example, were taking the lionfish home to feed their families as well. Now St Lucia, like a lot of Caribbean islands, have their challenges, especially with the reef. And when we're moving around the dive site, we can just look around and see amazing marine life, including coral banded shrimp hiding under the barrel sponges. Even when you hear my reaction here, hiding away, camouflaging amongst sponges as well, frogfish. And look at him, he's tucked away, not as camouflaged as some other ones because he's in brown sponge as an orange frogfish, but still amazing. Now, as we said, the reef is facing its challenges. We've seen throughout the Caribbean stony tissue coral loss disease, and they've had it in St Lucia as well. But what we also are seeing is actually a sponge disease. As you can see with that sponge, how it was white underneath, eating away, there's a bacterial fungi killing some of the sponge as well, which they're working on extensively, finding research to help solve that problem as well. Maybe it's just another cycle of life, just doing an evolutionary change, or the next cleaning out the dead to bring in the new as well. You just never know what's going on, but hopefully nature is going to be rebalancing, because look at this reef. It is beautiful, and this is one thing St Lucia is famous for. As we do this fly over the reef, it's full of big barrel sponges and sponges everywhere. And as I was saying, you just look under those sponges and just have a look in the coral as well, and you'll find amazing little critters, including juvenile scrolled cowfish. He was tiny, he was like the size of a thumb, and it was just spectacular. I mean, look at it, the reef is beautiful, and you want to look under pretty much every barrel sponge, because there's cleaning shrimp, pedersen shrimp, banded coral shrimp, there's cleaning stations, there's eels hiding down there. There's just so much life, you never know what you could find. Even some spiny lobsters, or a family of spiny lobsters as well. You just got to look around. And even on the rocks, you'll notice peacock flounders lying there. And this one was a little bit indecisive because he just landed on this rock, didn't like me, and just moved around, and then couldn't decide where he or she wanted to rest next. That rock? Yeah, I'm going for this one. Nah, maybe not. Let's have a look at this one. This one? Nah, I'm not liking anything here as well. Clearly, a very fussy peacock flounder. Still not making its mind up. And actually it did finally rest there. And then, as I said, look in little nooks and crannies, the little holes, and you find juvenile trunkfish, as we like to call them, little peas. This guy took ages to actually get footage of, I had probably about 10 minutes of trying to film this little guy, but when I got it I was so happy in the end. And then even when you move around into the shallows to the seagrass, there's a good chance of turtles, but you get peacock flounders in the grass. You also get flying gurnards as well, and these guys were so cool to look at. I just sat and watched them and filmed them for ages, watching the way they interacted with each other. It was really spectacular to see. And honestly, St Lucia does not disappoint. With its marine life, its biodiversity, it is in stunning condition compared to other parts of the Caribbean, and so worth the trip to come out and explore this amazing country and reef. And this is something that we always love to see. Just want to show you guys that the kids can do it as well. Here we have one of the kids from the week, 12 years old. They're on their advanced open water course and they're putting up an SMB. This was the end of their dive and they just wanted to practice. The actual kid was actually like, I really want to do this myself, I want to get this, and they went for it. And it was really cool to see that even at a young age, a lot of people question, can kids do this? 100% kids can do it. Even when he was being aware of the reef below him, he was very careful. And he got that SMB up and launched it. Awesome job, it was really great to see, and you'll see how happy he is in just a moment. Even with the more challenging SMB, the one you have to orally inflate, nailed it, launched it up. The crew's buzzing with him as instructor, all happy, and he is sitting there smiling away, waving away. But I really hope you guys enjoyed coming out and diving in St Lucia with us. As always, we really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next dive.
Welcome back, guys.